In a world where we often pit God against science, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that it has to be one or the other. But what if I told you that it's not about choosing sides, but rather recognizing the signs of intent, rationality, and order in the science itself? Imagine for a moment that you're a non-physical super-intellect and you want to bring a physical universe into existence. First, you'd need the materials to create it. Then you'd have to figure out how to organize those materials into something coherent and functional. Sound familiar? It's essentially what we call science. So, instead of viewing God and science as opposing forces, consider them complementary aspects of the same reality. After all, the universe we inhabit is governed by a precise set of physical constants, about 30 numbers, to be exact, that are finely tuned to allow for the existence of life as we know it. Take, for instance, the force of gravity or the expansion rate of the universe. If any of these numbers were even slightly different, life as we know it would be impossible. Yet, here we are, living in a universe that seems tailor-made for our existence. But how did these constants come to be so perfectly tuned? Physicists are stumped. They admit that there's no scientific explanation for their existence, leading to the conclusion that either they were set by a super-intellect or they arose by sheer chance in one universe among an infinite number of others. Now, let's consider the complexity of life itself. It takes over 2 billion lines of code to run Google, yet the genetic code that governs our existence is far more intricate and sophisticated. And yet, we're asked to believe that it all just evolved on its own, without any guiding intelligence. As Catholics, we're okay with the concept of evolution when it comes to the development of our physical bodies. But when it comes to the origins of life and consciousness, evolution falls short. It simply can't explain why we, out of all species on Earth, possess the capacity for self-awareness, reason, and love. So, what's the answer? Perhaps it lies in recognizing that the same creative intelligence behind the Big Bang is also responsible for the intricate design of life itself. And as Catholics, we find comfort in the idea that the God of the universe chose to develop us out of the very environment in which we were meant to thrive. In the end, it's not about proving the existence of God through science. It's about recognizing that science itself points to something greater than ourselves. Whether you choose to see it as the hand of God or simply the inspiring beauty of the universe is up to you.